In this video, we're reacting to selected parts of Joe Steel 1E's review of the ZUNE LOTOO knife and addressing the key feedback he mentioned.
This knife is Annihilate. It's actually the cross-border knife. It was provided from a company called ZUNE LOTOO. I'm going to butcher this whole name. It's ZUNE LOTOO is the company. And I didn't even realize I actually had bought one of the gloves that I use on all my knife reviews. Awesome. These are like, have that rubber lining here and also has the Kevlar lined in the gloves for this type of thing for doing knife reviews. Basically, you can't cut, through the gloves, apparently, but, I'm not going to push hard and try. If you're interested in gloves like these things are awesome. You can basically, have impact here, like fist and all that, making a fist. They're kind of just cut proof. It's pretty damn warm, and it also has the fingers where you can kind of just also use your cell phone, so I think these are pretty damn cool. Kevlar gloves with the rubber enforced handle, the ones I use to do cutting with, that protect my hands, that I use in the wintertime. They're very warm, very protective. They actually came from this company, and I realized it after I actually got the knife. I'm like, oh, hey, I've been using their gloves for like well over like a year and a half now. So it is the same company. They do have some really cool tactical shovels, a lot of really nice patents they have in their arsenal in terms of knife patents of things that they have invented and made and brought into the market. And they got a pretty nice line of innovative tactical shovels that you definitely want to take a look at in their website. And they are now doing the survival, like everyday survival and outdoor camping type of knives. Now this particular knife is it's called the Annihilate cross-border knife in D2. This knife is a little bit under $100 on an Amazon link that I'll show you. It's about $93.99 for this knife. It's definitely got some weight to it. I mean, this knife is around 9.45 inches overall, and it's about 10.1 ounces in weight. So this is definitely a heavier, stouter type of knife that I think would be more for like heavier type of survival task. I think in terms of why the geometric of the knife, the contour of the knife in terms of holding it is not bad. It fits, it's grippy in your hand. It's not going to slide out of your hand because of these uplifted tactile feel to it, but it is on the borderline of being painful. So this knife, I think, is going to be one of those knives that I'm going to be using the same brand name gloves that I got from them. I feel like those gloves were made to use with this knife. I think I'm going to have to be using the gloves to be able to use and review this knife because it is a little painful to use. I'm going to try to do some cutting with it and see what happens to my hands. But I think from doing prolonged cutting with this thing, I think it's going to basically leave indentations or maybe even break skin depending on how aggressive a cutting you're doing. So that's something I am going to be mentioning right here, right now, and on the review is the fact that, and the company knows that I am going to be doing a review like this, and they were really gracious enough and understanding enough. They want the critique. They want me to continue to review and be honest, because I had told them I am going to be honest. I am going to be unbiased, and even if it's a review sample and it's free, and I'm not buying with my money, the contours are good, it's grippy, but it's painful to hold because of how they designed. I'm imagining with gloves on, I think it should be just fine. But besides that, it's got a 6mm spine. It's got a nice D2 blade with a beautiful like stonewash, like titanium style finish. 6.15mm of spine. It's got a really nice full tang. It's a very beefy knife. G10 is the handle width. Really force your thumb into this force point here, which is on this side, and really just basically be aggressive in terms of cutting and doing whatever you need to do with it in terms of a survival scenario or whatever you need to do outdoors with it. It's got a nice multi-grind type of finish. It's got a beautiful like tanto style type of tip, and it almost looks like a raptor's claw. You see how like it curves? Right there, it looks like kind of a raptor's claw. I mean, it's probably good for like slicing and piercing, even wedging things open, or even for self-defense. It's got a really good raptor's claw type of finish on the point that really could be a good tearing and penetration type of tip. So I'm really liking basically the blade shape, the millimeters of how thick the spine is, and how, a nice solid full tang, and the weight of the knife. I think this will be actually a pretty good hard use type of knife, which that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. Hard use, and it's pretty sharp. Very, it's got a nice sharp, keen edge out of the box. I love D2 steel. I've always been a great fan of D2 steel, and it's got a nice finish to it. Even the billboarding is pretty nice. It's just a nice looking knife, other than the fact of the handle being a little bit painful in the hand. So I'm actually curious to see a little finger choy here, which is good, and it's a little but you know, it'll serve its purpose to the most part. So there is a lot of pros and cons to this. I am going to go through all that in the video. I think it's still a nice knife, and Amazon link down below. ZUNE LOTOO cross border in D2. It's from Annihilate Knives from the company. And it's got a good Kydex sheet with the Tech Lock system. Locks into place, a little bit of a rattle, but it won't come out, which is important. A little thumb push, and it comes in and out and locks into place pretty well. So again, not a bad knife, with some things that definitely need to improve. And I am gonna let you guys know, and hopefully the company will be able to make these implementations on future renditions of this knife to make it better.